Here's the truth, and I am going to be as precise with my words as possible. There are exactly enough illegals for mass deportations in federal prisons specifically alone. Let's go down to The View because it's fun.
For who? For us. Oh, this is such a terrible show.
So I'll show you the clip in its entirety.
Yeah.
First. And remember, The View used to just be like, it just used to be morning broads cackling. It really has become political propaganda.
That'd be a great show. Morning Broads.
Yes, morning broads.
already have
I love that.
Yeah.
Morning broads.
Morning Broads.
You run into a wall trying to get to it.
Every morning if we're on time and sober.
Yes. They never are. You can always tell there's at least one of them who's had a rough night on The View. You can tell. Usually Ana Navarro. And I don't know if you know this. We're going to get to this clip. I'm going to show you the clip in its entirety and then fact check each individual claim very quickly. But first, most important, is Ana Navarro, for those who don't know, used to be a Republican.
I thought you were going to say she used to be a russet potato.
Close enough.
Close enough. She threw an absolute tantrum over Donald Trump's border czar's pick. We introduced you to him yesterday. Tom Homan. Let's watch her.
Look, Donald Trump won the electoral vote. He won. He's going to win the House. He won the Senate. For all effects and purposes, he's got the Supreme Court. They've given him
He's got
immunity.
like a reverse mohawk.
This is what the country voted for. This is, you know, a lot of people thought that when he talked about mass deportations, he wasn't being serious. I don't know how many times he had to say it for people to realize he was being serious. Well, if you thought he wasn't being serious, the appointment of Tom Homan today as border czar, and he will be in charge of a mass deportation program, the largest the country has ever seen, they say. And now Stephen Miller, as deputy chief of staff, should let you know that he was absolutely serious. And when you talk about mass deportations, people think, oh, it's just going to be the criminals. There's not enough criminals, aliens in the federal prison system for it to be mass deportations. What it means is grandmothers. What it means is brothers and aunts. Yep. What it means is abuelos y abuelas. It means dreamers. It means your family members. It means your colleagues. It means your friends. It means people who are part of the society. And look, America, you know, those of you who voted for Trump, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You screwed around and you're about to find out.
Hey! Here we go. We like to screw around. Listen, be serious, bro. The best part about screwing around is you get to find out.
Orale! That to find out.
That's right. What if I screw around and didn't find out? That'd be disgusting. Time for a little bit of claim truth fact checking. All references available at LidosCrowder.com or link in the description. So here's the first claim that Miss Navarro makes. I'll just pronounce it a bunch of different ways. What do you have a party hat?
They gave me a smaller.
I didn't realize.
That's the wrong one, man.
Bro, we don't wear that.
I don't know what to do.
That's
I
the
think
wrong
you get
one.
your ass kicked, Brian, something like that, man.
They gave me a little sombrero.
All right, sorry, I was distracted. Let's do this.
Chihuahua.
Let's do this again. Claim.
Oh, dang.
The claim
There you go.
that Ana Navarro is making is that people didn't think, and this just shows how the misconceptions that the left have. She believes that the people who voted for Donald Trump didn't think he was serious about his border policy. Here you go.
You know, a lot of people thought that when he talked about mass deportations, he wasn't being serious.
Here's the truth.
What?
People voted for Donald Trump precisely because he was serious about deportations, and a majority of Americans actually favor mass deportation. 62% of Americans, this comes from YouGov, go check the reference, and 53% of Latinos.
We voted for him because he was very serious.
Yes.
About deportations.
I voted for him because I thought he'd send back my uncle.
I voted for him because I like this hat. Where did your hat go?
That's right. You know who never gets offended by these hats? Actual Mexicans.
No, they like it.
So here's another claim that Ana Navarro makes. This isn't going to last that long. She says, and this couldn't be more wrong, there aren't enough illegal criminals in prisons to have any kind of mass deportation.
When you talk about mass deportations, people think, oh, it's just going to be the criminals. There's not enough criminals, aliens in the federal prison system for it to be mass deportations.
Here's the truth, and I am going to be as precise with my words as possible. There are exactly enough illegals for mass deportations in federal prisons specifically alone. Between 2019 and 2023, 124,154 illegal aliens were federally sentenced. That's the population of West Palm Beach, Florida. Everything that you have just said is wrong. Here's another truth for you. That was just from 2019 to 23. Over 20% of federal inmates are illegals.
Wow.
Not enough.
How's that even possible?
We need more, okay?
And by the way, though, the reason she's saying this, thank you, Milk Club, because we have moved that Overton window. We're the ones. This is the place where we said, let's just start.
Yep.
Let's just start with violent felons, with violent criminals. How about that? Let's just start with the people in our... How can you not take... There are some rare freebies. When the left talks about common ground, okay, let me give you some freebies. If we can't find common ground on this, it doesn't exist. Here's a gimme, left, where you don't have to lose elections because of this. No, of course, biological men shouldn't be able to beat the crap out of women in sports. That's an easy one. You can't do that. How about there should not be a single person who is apprehended for a violent crime, discovered to be an illegal alien, and not immediately given the boot. Every single person who is here illegally and commits additional crimes should be gone.
Yeah, we shouldn't give them room and board.
Those are called freebies. Those are called gimmies. And the left is still fighting against it. This is why appeasing crocodiles is futile. Here's another claim that she makes, that Trump's going to send the people you like away.
What it means is grandmothers. What it means is brothers and aunts. Yep. What it means is abuelos y abuelas.
It's pronounced abuelas. You know what? I gotta say, it's a joyous culture. I get it.
It is. It's a fun culture. It's fun. They got 2 Independence Days. I love it.
Yeah.
Dude, what is she?
Oh yeah, I gotta put on my headphones.
Why does she? I love the. By the way, I love the fake. Like her Latina comes out when she's like brothers and uncles. I forgot. It's tios and hermanos. I forgot. But abuelos y abuela. She can say and.
No, I gosh. Fine. Okay, we get it.
We get it. You have culture.
We get it, just like we get that you're one of the unfortunate fat ladies who lost weight and her tits. Here's the truth. Maybe Donald Trump is going to deport your abuelas, if they are here illegally, just to be clear. And that may happen sometimes. But again, you have a problem with mass deporting violent felons, 123-something odd thousand to be specific between 2019 and 2023. And this is what I want, and I want to go to you in a second, but this is what I want you to do when you watch these people. Look at the rate limiting factor. Is the argument about abuelos y abuelas, or is the argument taking place, is the battlefield, wait, hold on a second, we have to deport every single violent criminal who's here illegally? They can't even do that. California is taking measures to protect themselves from Donald Trump potentially deporting, yes, criminals. They view it as so important. And let me ask you this. Why? Why is it so important for the left to not have any voter ID? Why is it so important to the left to keep violent criminals here or illegal aliens here who could potentially be released from prison? Why? I cannot come up with a good answer other than hoping to purchase a voting base. There's no good answer for the American citizen. Yeah.
You and I were on the exact same page. I was thinking of California. They don't just oppose getting rid of violent felons who are here illegally. They set up sanctuary cities to make sure that they stay here, and they don't allow ICE. They don't notify ICE to come and get people. They don't allow ICE to come in and take people. So it goes far beyond that. Gavin Newsom just called, I believe, a special session, or is trying to call one, to try to shore up their laws to make it more difficult for the Trump administration to do what they said they were going to do.
Yep.
A lot of illegals are probably in California. Mm-hmm. It's a big part of the problem.
That might be a big reason that the Hispanic vote went for Donald Trump, because we've talked to a lot of these people who live in these cities, and guess what? Law-abiding immigrants there, they don't get the same police services. They're afraid. They're afraid to reach out to the police. They're afraid to report crimes. Yeah. Why? Because sometimes these neighborhoods are dominated by cartels or dominated by people who are here and willing to commit crimes. It hurts legal immigrants, and I'm not talking about the Polish or the Italian or the Jews. I'm talking about Hispanic legal immigrants are most negatively affected in this country by sanctuary cities. Ana Navarro, why don't you care? I'd love to have you on the show.
Yeah. By the way, they're talking about it on CNN right now. Trump immigration advisor, mass deportations begin on day one. Fan-frickin-tastic. January 20th is going to be one hell of a holiday.
Yep.
But all they're doing right now, they're leaning right back into it. Led fight against Trump's family separation policy. Wait a minute. Wait. You mean Obama's family separation
Flores
policy?
consent. Well, actually, it goes back to, I believe,
Further
the
than
Flores
that, really.
consent policy, where then they went back and forth, and families can be separated and they can't be separated.
This is their
Trump's
fight.
guy clearly said he's going to deport the family together.
Yeah, that's right. He's not going to separate them, guys.
I mean,
Come on.
you were upset about it yesterday. Why don't you go back to that clip from yesterday where you're upset about it? And
Well,
remember what you,
they're upset if you deport the whole family because that's cruel, and they're upset if you deport just the parents without the kids because that's cruel. So what do we do?
Deport just the kids.
Oh, don't deport anyone.
Ah, that's right.
That's why you lose. You get nothing. You lose.
Afuera!
By the way, speaking of government overreach, don't let the tax man pipe you, okay? Contact Tax Network USA for some help, guidance. You saw the spot earlier with Wesley Snipes. Could have used them. TNUSA.com/Crowder. That's TNUSA.com/Crowder. Everyone needs a little bit of help with taxes. And you know what? Even if you think you don't, you'll find out that you actually did, because we have a very, very complicated tax code.
We do.
And hey, that would be something that could be streamlined by the administration.
No freaking kidding. Elon Musk, start with the IRS.
Yeah.
With your efficiency program.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Let's start with this. We don't need the 78,000 new employees.
There you go.
We're gonna fire them. Hey, they're not settled in yet. In other words, we're not taking away a job from someone who's about to get their pension, who's been working for 30 years. You just, with the stroke of a pen, said, okay, we're gonna have 70,000+ new employees. Okay, those are gone. Nope. This is the issue with the left. Once they give control to the government, every single downsizing, every single efficiency measure that is proposed is their last stand. Mm-hmm. They're never willing to scale it back. You expand the size, it never scales back down. Let's keep that in mind. And I think it's time to kind of, let's look at this a little more in some context. Time to take a hatchet to the government. It really is.
Yeah.
You know what's less funny than taxes?
What?
Stephen Colbert. This brings us to our latest installment of Who Did It Better? Now, when you see this sketch from Stephen Colbert, I want you to think, I believe it's a $15 million salary or $10 million salary, multi-$100 million annual budget. And they posted this sketch of a phone call between Donald Trump and Zelensky.
The Late Show has acquired the full audio recording of the Trump-Zelensky call. Hello?
Hello, this is Donald Trump.
Hello, Mr. Trump. I'm very interested to discuss with you the future of Ukraine.
Could you possibly speak to Elon Musk?
Look, our country is being invaded.
If anyone would know about aliens on Earth, it would probably be me.
No, not aliens, Russians invading our territory.
Let me tell you something, man. You're in the wrong territory, brother. This is hot country.
This is our country. Russia must back down.
Well, I won't back down.
We're still
I
here.
don't understand. Are you speaking for Putin? This is difficult in English. Does anyone speak Ukrainian?
Now, this is the problem with writing comedy, but objectively, look, it's not funny. You can look at Jon Stewart's coverage since the election. I think it's pretty funny. Objectively, that's not funny. That's the problem with having comedy written by committee and diversity. It's like, oh my God, it was written by a black girl. We got to get it on the show. And so nothing has to actually just meet the requirement of being funny. But here's also why it sucks. So much money. They didn't change the audio so it sounds like an actual phone call. They didn't blend the audio objectively from these different sources.
The phone never picked up.
The phone never picked up. Nothing about that sets it up.
every voice came in, wasn't, like you said, it wasn't blended, wasn't mastered.
It came in, it'd be like me saying, hey, imagine if there's a phone call and I'm talking right like this into the microphone. So it really is, I'm telling you this, objectively lazy. I get that comedy is subjective, but they are objectively lazy. It objectively sucks from a quality standpoint. And I'm not taking credit for this, but of course the wonderful team here, what we put together. Let's see who did it better. We did something similar with an audio sketch, I believe, between Putin and NATO.
Yeah, it was the NATO call.
Subject matter-ish. Here we go.
Hello? Hello there. I'm calling on behalf of NATO, and we'd like to know if you'd be interested in joining our humble alliance. Really? You want Russia to join NATO? Oh dear. This isn't Belarus. How embarrassing. Poached egg on my face, to be sure.
Poached egg is offered. Well,
And it's even funnier if you speak French.
Yes.
Let's put in the installment of Who Did It Better.
That reminds me, I was supposed to tell you something. Mage ma pute.
Oh, no.
What did he say?
I don't know what I
think
said.
you meant to say plut.
Plut, yeah.
Plut.
Mage ma
You're
pute.
confusing put is a different cuss word, but the expression that you are saying.
Is each my.
No, no.
I don't want to know what it means.
It's from.
I don't want to know.
Believe it or not, I'm sorry. I'm just because you put me in the spot. It's from Johnny Boy's filthy grandmother.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
She
His
would
abuela. His abuela
It's the
said
most
that.
disgusting thing you could possibly imagine
For
and
a
she would
grandmother to say?
For a human to say. And his grandmother would say it. This is the same grandmother who killed her poodle with Tylenol.
That sounds more humane than Christy. No.
Hold on.
And it was a black poodle, and she had a little racist term of endearment. I think it's okay. This grandmother was a monster. French Canadians, comment below. Imagine your grandmother saying, "Mange ma plut."
Oh, that's gross.
Si calice. All right. So disgusting.
Sorry.
One of the best cuss words in French is tabernacle. Like, what does that mean? Come on.
Tabernacle.
No, I understand, but that's not a cuss word.
It's a whole thing with the Catholic Church in Quebec.
Yeah, clean up that dirty mouth.
Yeah, clear up that dirty
Gerald.
I tell you what, if you yell one communion wafer, I'm muting your mic for the rest of the day.
What?
It's another cuss word in French.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. It's communion wafer.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
In
You guys
French,
hate
okay,
the
look,
church.
I'll take 2 seconds to explain this too. And because in the sentence structure in French, they put the cuss word at the end of it. So they'll say like
stick the landing.
Like if they're saying like Gerald is effing gay, instead they would put it at the end. They'd be like, Gerald y a une tapette esti. So esti is at the end of it. So. But then it translates to English-speaking Canadians in French Canada, where they'll actually cuss at the end of their sentence. So they'll go, Gerald today is dressed really gay. They use it like punctuation.
It's like random. You're like, what happened?
That's odd.
It's really weird. Hey, if you're still watching this, I appreciate it. And let's just shoot straight. Obviously, you have a lot of time on your hands. You're not doing anything today. So comment below. It helps with the YouTube algorithms from the overlords, or just watch one of these other. If you want to kill some more time, watch this video here. It's going to be very similar. And shoot, I rolled over my headphone cord. It doesn't just click. Is that broken?